Hi you guys, welcome back. Okay, so as you can see, I have a lot of products laid out here on my vanity, and what it is, I really just emptied out my daily makeup drawer, all the products that I have been using over the last couple of months or so, some of them very new, some of them slightly older, but these are pretty much the products that I'm going to be putting back and replacing with new items from my shop, my stash. So I just want to quickly run through these products. Now, if there's some products that maybe you've seen me use in a video and they're not shown here, it's either because I haven't really fully developed my thoughts on it, which I have one product in here that I haven't really developed my thoughts on, but I'm going to be putting it back. Or it is something that is so old and I've used it so many times that I feel like you guys have already heard me talk about it a million times. So let's just jump right in, run through these products right quick so I can put these back and pick some new ones. So I kind of have them sorted by, you know, products. So right here I have my primers. Now this first primer here is from Black Radiance. This is the Hydrate and Blur Face Primer. I really like this primer. It truly is very hydrating, and I like the purple, like lavender shade of it because I feel like it does have a slight aspect of color correcting to it, but you know, I really don't think it does anything for my skin, but I do like that aspect of it, and I really enjoyed using this. So I might actually keep this with my current makeup because I haven't been using it that long, but I definitely enjoyed using it. So yeah, that's the Black Radiance Hydrate and Blur Face Primer. The next primer that I really enjoyed using, I've used this before several times, so you guys have seen this one before, but this is the LYS Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. And I'm realizing that there are certain brands where they have a lot of products that I really love, and I feel like LYS is one of those brands. So it just excites me to want to try more of their products because this is like easily become one of my favorite primers to use, this serum primer. Now another really quick favorite is this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. This is her glow serum, and I've been seeing people use this for a very long time, and I just had never grabbed it, but I decided to go ahead and grab it, I believe on the last Sephora sale, and I love this stuff. You guys may have been able to tell in a couple of my videos that I really enjoyed using this. I love the bronziness that it adds to my skin before my foundation, and it just really feels nice. I love serum type products, so this is an easy favorite. Next I have my primer from Fenty Beauty. This is the hydrating primer. Let me look right quick and if I could see the name, because I always forget the name of this, but this is the hydrating one. So the actual name is the Grip Trip. So this is a Grip Trip Hydrating Primer from Fenty Beauty. I love the way it looks. I am a very visual person, so I love the way this looks, but I really like this as a primer as well. It really is something that I think maybe the Black Radiance primer might have slightly been trying to do because they do feel very similar on the skin to me. But yeah, love this primer. So that's it for the primers. Let's move into concealers. Now I will talk about this concealer here from LYS. Now I know I just mentioned I really have started loving my LYS products, but this is one that I really didn't care for. This is the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. And while honestly, this concealer would probably be fine for someone who maybe doesn't need a whole lot of coverage, or they don't mind kind of a more matte and quickly drying concealer, but that's not what I look for in a concealer. I don't really like those aspects of it. I feel like it's a little dry, it's a little too matte, and it just wasn't really my favorite. Now, the shade that I have in this, it looks like, can you guys see that? Is that DG3? I don't know. It's not my favorite shade either. I understand why they came out with some new concealers because they did actually come out with some new ones, and these were kind of phased out. So these were on sale on the Sephora site, and I'm pretty sure they're not there anymore. But yeah, I wanted to try it. Wasn't my favorite. I'll probably won't be reaching for this. I might try out the new concealer just to compare it to this one. But right now I'm kind of like cool on the LYS concealers. Okay, so now these two new concealers from Maybelline, these are two of their lifter concealers. And I got one shade that is really, really close to my skin tone. And I'll put them on the screen. And the other shade, which is a brightening concealer. I love these concealers. I honestly am probably going to leave these in my Shop My Stash for a little while longer because I haven't been using them that long. But just in the short amount of time that I have used them, I really, really love them. So I think I'm going to keep these in my drawer for now. But yeah, these are really, really rich, really creamy. They have a really, really just beautiful finish. I love the coverage. They blend out beautifully. I really like these. So these are going to stay for a while. Now this Morphe concealer, I really use this more so for actual concealing. And just covering up like hyperpigmentation, dark circles and stuff like that. So for me, this works really well for that. What shade do I have? So I have the shade Hazelnut. And like I said, I really use this for concealing. I like it. Coverage is great. I like it for that use, actual really true spot concealing. Now these are two of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balms. They have a super long name that I never remember, but I have this one, which is the universal shade, which is basically just like clear. When you put it on, it just gives you that nice blurred effect to your skin. And I bought this in that kit that had all the blushes from Sephora during the holiday sale because I wanted to try it out. I already have this one, which has color to it. So this one is in the shade, let me open it up. This one is in the shade 8.5. So I actually, as you can see, have a nice little dent in there, but I actually use this as my base, my foundation a lot of times. And I love the finish of it. I love the blurry balm finish of it. And so I really just wanted to try out the universal one so that I could use it under other foundations and just kind of see how it works without the pigment. And I find that I actually really love both. This is actually really, really nice to just kind of smooth out your skin, give you a nice blurred look, whether you're wearing makeup or not. So I definitely use it as a primer. And this does the same thing, except it has, the tint in it for me. So I can actually wear this in lieu of foundation. So really, really love these two products and would definitely be using more of them. Okay, so next let's just run through these foundations. So once again, another favorite product of mine, Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. This is her serum skin tint. I absolutely love this. I have the shade 12. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. I think I'm just getting way more comfortable with my skin and using serums and skin tints and things like that. But to me, I feel like these have really nice coverage. And if you use this, combined with the blurring balm, then you really have good coverage. So I love this. Very, very nice. Don't have too much to say about it. I just really, really like it. Next, this is another new product that I tried recently. This is the Maybelline, one of the new foundations. And this is the Plump and Glow under the lifter line. And I have the shade 355. Quickly loved this foundation. Honestly, this is probably going to stay in my Shop My Stash as well, along with those concealers, because I really, really do want to keep using them at least for another month or so, because they just look amazing. And so, yeah, this is one product that I tried recently and I actually really, really like it. Now, this e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, I've had this for quite a while, since it first came out. And it's funny because when it first came out, I was just like, oh, a new foundation, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I used it because I felt like it gave me great coverage, and I still feel that way. So I actually use this as a foundation and not just as a glow product. But you can do both, of course. Just use it as a glow product underneath your foundation or just on your skin on a no makeup day. But for me, I actually use this as a very, very light base or foundation when I don't really want anything heavy. And I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. If I ever run out, I'm definitely buying another one. Okay, a couple more foundations. Now this LYS stick, this is one that actually I just used recently because I wanted to try out more stick foundations. You know, I always use the liquids and things like that, even, you know, the cream foundations and stuff, but I really don't go for sticks. And I said, you know, I want to try some sticks. This formula is very nice. It's very creamy. Let me open it up. Now I have the shade DG7, it looks like. But this is what the actual stick foundation looks like. The formula is very creamy, very smooth, very easy to blend out. It's just absolutely beautiful. Hopefully you guys are able to see that clearly. But yeah, I really like this stick foundation. It's so easy, super easy to use. And I definitely would throw this like in a travel bag or something to take with me, you know, much easier than a glass bottle of foundation. So yeah, really like this. And that LYS foundation, I might actually keep in my Shop My Stash as well. I don't know how many new foundations I'm going to be pulling, because I really love the Maybelline Lifter and I really love that LYS. So I'm going to hold this at an angle because I don't want to blind you guys. You guys know the reflection on this beautiful Patrick Ta foundation will be glaring in the camera. So this is the Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Foundation from Patrick Ta. One of my favorites as well. It's funny, I pulled a lot of my favorite products and the newer products I purchased became quick favorites. So I really enjoyed my makeup application over the last couple of months. Really don't have a lot of complaints. But this Patrick Ta is beautiful. If you're familiar with the finish of it, it's an absolutely beautiful finish. So I have the shade 20 Golden in this foundation, but it's beautiful. I really don't have too much to say about it. It is glowy though. So if you don't like a glowy foundation, you know, you probably won't like this, but I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about these two other products that I have here that I've been trying out over the last month or so. And one of them is this Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara. It's funny because my best friend actually asked me if I had tried it. And I was like, what is that? I never heard of it. And I went on Amazon to go order it. And Amazon was like, you've already ordered this before. So I had to go look through my mascara drawer. And I saw that I did, in fact, order it. And I just hadn't used it yet. So yeah, I went ahead and pulled it out to try it out. And, you know, it's actually a pretty good mascara. I wouldn't say, it's kind of tough for me with gauging mascaras because of the fact that, you know, I wear falsies. So I only put it like on my lower lash line. But I mean, just from the amount that I have tried it out, I've been using it on my lower lashes and, you know, prior to my falsies, and it's actually a really decent mascara. I think, you know what, one night, as a matter of fact, now I think about it, I did just wear this mascara because I wanted to, you know, just see how much length and volume it would give me. I would say it definitely gave me more volume than length, but it took like about 10 passes. So I wouldn't say this is anything amazing in my opinion as far as length for sure, because it really didn't give me much length. It did give me more volume, but that was only after several passes. So it's a decent mascara, but nothing to write home about in my opinion. Now this NYX Brow Glue Crazy Lift, I like it. I like it. I do not like it more than just the regular NYX Brow Glue. The regular original NYX Brow Glue, I love it. It's my favorite and I like it better than this. So I would say this is great. And it's more so because of the applicator, you know, because I really don't enjoy this applicator on here. This like brush, plastic brush looking thing that's on here, that's not my favorite. So this will probably go in the drawer until I just absolutely need it and run out of my other one. But for now, I'm just putting this back because it's not my favorite. I'd rather use the original. Okay, so let's run through some of these powders that I was using. Now, this Makeup by Mario is so funny because I, in fact, did already have this, did already have one open, did already try it. It just had been that long since I used makeup that I had completely forgotten that I already tried it. So I really like this. I'm not upset that I have a duplicate of it because this is some really, really good powder. It sets everything down. I never have any issues with patchiness or anything like that. I really like this powder. So I'm not upset that I accidentally purchased it again. Now these two powders, my Maybelline Fit Me powders, I do have two shades because I have a dark shade for my face and then I have a lighter shade for under my eyes. So I have 355 and I have 310. Love, love, love these powders. These powders to me, it's like if you purchase these and you like drugstore makeup, there's really no need to purchase higher end powders. You know, I do because I like trying different powders, but honestly, the Maybelline Fit Me powders are beautiful, smooth as silk, nice coverage. They set great. And I like these two together, you know, light one for under my eyes and dark one for the rest of my face. My Gucci powder, what shade do I have in this? 12. So this is my Gucci press setting powder. Very, very nice powder. Really, really like this. You guys have seen it before. It's beautiful. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Next, I have here my Hourglass. This is the translucent medium in their loose veil powder. Beautiful. This stuff is just beautiful. Okay. Yeah, is it necessary? No, but you know, if you want to try out a very nice, luxurious powder, you see that? Really, really nice. But it sets down nicely, very smooth, but it does set my concealer down very nicely, especially under my eyes. Very, very beautiful. Okay, now this Givenchy pressed powder. This is one where I was saying I really don't have my final thoughts on this powder. And I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Of course, I use this for under my eyes, you know, and around my mouth, things like that. Same places that I used any other light pressed powder. I just really haven't gathered my thoughts on this, whether I really like it or I don't. I really don't know. I can't tell yet. I feel like the concealer that I used it with was the LYS, and so I really didn't want to gauge it off of that because of the fact that I didn't care for the concealer. So that might be why the powder didn't knock my socks off. So I really feel like I need to use this with concealers that I actually really love in order to know how I feel about the powder. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this in my Shop My Stash or if I'm going to put it back, because I do have this powder, which I have. It's the Prisme Libre powder in 05. I do have this powder in loose form as well. So I haven't decided if I want to just go ahead and grab the loose one and try that out, or if I want to keep trying this one out. So we'll see. If you see it again in an upcoming Shop My Stash, then you'll know I decided to keep trying it. Okay, for highlighter, this is the only highlighter that I really wanted to share or talk about, because the other ones I've talked about in previous videos and you guys already know my thoughts on them. They were pretty much older highlighters. Now this Dior, look how gorgeous this is. This one is the Backstage Glow Maximizer palette in Sunlit Amber Glow. Okay, so let me open this up so you can see how beautiful this is. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Now the ones that I used, I didn't use the two on the bottom. I kept using the two on the top, and it was a very, very nice, soft, subtle highlight. Nothing blinding. So if you're expecting a lot from this, you might not, unless, I mean, I used a highlighter brush. I don't know if you use it a different way, if you can get a more bold highlight from it, but for me it is just really, really pretty. And this might actually stay in my drawer for now because I kind of want to get more use out of this. You know, it wasn't cheap And, you know, I just kind of want to see what different things I can do with it. I used it in my inner corner for our eye look as well. So, yeah. I might end up keeping this in my drawer for a while. Okay, so I did pull the blushes and bronzers up a little closer so I didn't have to reach so far. So let's start out with this Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Glow Blushing Serum. Now, I kept seeing this thing shown on Instagram. It was like, once I looked at it, everywhere I looked online, it was just popping up everywhere, right? To get me to buy it. So I ignored it for a long time. And then I finally was like, you know what? It looks intriguing. I want to buy it. I'm curious. Is this something that, you know, I will be able to use? Is it going to show up on my skin tone? All of that, right? And so I bought it and tried it and did not really care for it. Didn't. I mean, very dewy, as you can see, very serum-like it describes 100%. It was not, you know, anything false advertising. It's just not for me. You know, it's just not for me. Even though I do like a nice slight hint of color sometimes, that is just ridiculously slight in the color department for me. And it's, you know, it does leave like a beautiful glow on your skin or whatever. So that's fine. You know, if I wanted to have a nice glowy serum on my skin and didn't really want any color, but that's not really why I purchased it. I purchased it because I actually wanted to see it a little bit. Now, you guys saw what it looked like when I first put it down, but it definitely just blends away to nothing. You know, like if it was a little bit more this shade, then yeah, okay, fine. I would like it. Really pretty. If you are fair skinned, and I mean very fair skinned, you'll probably like it. You see, you could build it up a little bit, but I wouldn't want to put any more than that on my face and barely see it. It's just not my thing. It's something that I do regret purchasing. I have not regretted a makeup purchase in quite a while. So it's pretty sad. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous though. But yeah, I'm sure I will find some capacity to use it, but the way I wanted to use it, it just didn't work out. It just really disappears way too much for my skin tone. Okay, so continuing on with blushes, I did use this Moira blush. I believe I have talked to you guys about this blush before. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of swatching right now because I don't want this video to be too long full of swatches, and I just did a whole blush video if you guys saw that. But this Moira blush, this one is in the shade Love Steady, and it is a shimmer blush, but this is the color of it. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you know, I really like it. I definitely would purchase more of these in different shades. I just haven't looked them up, but this one is absolutely beautiful. Now, these two blushes I did talk about in my blush video from LYS. These are two new blushes that they came out with. So this one is the shade Outgoing. So as you can see there, it is that really gorgeous like fuchsia shade. So beautiful. Really like this. I might keep it in my drawer because it is pretty new to my collection, as well as this one. And this one is in the shade Courageous. So this one is more of like a warm poppy kind of shade. Right up my alley. It's actually quite beautiful, as you can see there. Really like that. And I might keep both of those in my drawer, like I said. Now this blush here, this is Soshi. Let me show you here. I dropped it, and thank God that it's not powder. It is a like cream, like a plush pillowy cream. But I think I did kind of move the compact. I don't know. I can't really tell. But the shade on this is Copper Spice. Definitely a beautiful shade. And I did wear this along with this Moira blush. Sometimes, you guys know I like to double up. And so this one you definitely can put on before powder, after powder, you know. And so sometimes I would combine these two together just so that I can get that double whammy for blush. Absolutely gorgeous, but that is going to go back. This Cover FX, I've had this for so long. This one is in the shade Spice Cinnamon. Oh my gosh, I love this blush. I don't think I talked about this in my blush video because I think it was actually in my drawer because I had just used it, but does Cover FX still exist? Do you guys even know? I don't know, but honey, this blush and like blush topper duo, oh, I love, love, love it. I will never get rid of it. I don't care how old it is. I will never get rid of it. It just looks amazing. Okay, this Flower Beauty blush, I believe I did talk about this in my blush video as well, is one of my favorites, the Barrymore. And this is the shade on that. You guys can see that through the glass. Gorgeous, beautiful dusty rose. I love this blush. I also talked about this one. This is one of my Clarity Cosmetics blushes. You Got Me Blushing. This is one that I've been using as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. So gorgeous. I love that shade. Love, love, love it. This Moira blush, very beautiful. It's very soft because you see it has that glow in there as well. It's Marvelous Baked Blush in the shade Anko Tart. So it's a beautiful, really, really pretty glowy blush because it does have the, I'll put it right there so you can look at it while I swatch it, but it does have a beautiful glow to it. So, I mean, it's not that mild, honestly. Now that I'm swatching it, you know, on the cheeks, it just looks beautiful. You can see it has that beautiful glow in there, and this is like a new favorite for me. Absolutely gorgeous. I wonder, so if Moira has some more shades in that blush, you guys might see those. I know I'm supposed to be on a low buy. Never a no buy, but I know I'm supposed to be on a low buy. But I mean, yeah, I don't need no blush. Let me knock it off. Okay, so this is a stick from P. Louise. I got this in one of my monthly boxes. This is the Smitten Stick in Cozy Season, and it's actually really, really pretty. Perfect shade for fall. It is really, really gorgeous. These little like sticks have an interesting shade to them, but that is what that shade looks like. So yeah, it is a beautiful, warm, earthy shade for fall, and I love how this looks on the cheeks. I definitely combined it with some similar blush shades, you know, in powder on top, but very, very nice blush formula. Very, very nice. I haven't been just too thrilled with all of my P. Louise boxes. Like I mentioned before, you know, I might end up going ahead and ending that subscription. But for now, I just want to see what they come up with for the first couple of months of the year, you know. Now, this blush here is one that I got off of Amazon. It's called Feel We Cosmetics. They are magnetic. This came with a matching powder blush, but I didn't use the powder. I used the cream with some of my other, how can I say, some of my other powders, but it is really, really nice. It really is. From Amazon. I just saw it. It was pretty and I wanted to try it out. So yeah, it's very pigmented, beautiful cream, blends out beautifully, as you can see on the cheeks, and I really, really like this. So yeah, got that. Okay, a couple more blushes. So I did play around with my Hung Van Gogh blush for a while. This is in the shade Legacy. I think this was that, you know, famous shade. Yeah, that famous shade of his blush. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very bold color, but it looks gorgeous on the cheeks. Light hand. You don't need a heavy hand with this, and it's just beautiful. It really is. It's gorgeous. So That is nice. I'm going to be putting that back. And then lastly for blush, this is something new that I got during the Sephora sale, one of the Huda Beauty quads. And the one that I have is Roseberry. Beautiful. This quad is actually really gorgeous. I just used the mattes. I didn't even touch the shimmer. So I might keep this in my drawer for now because, you know, I do want to play around with that shimmer. But yeah, I didn't even touch that. I just really barely touched the lighter blushes in here, and they're really, really pretty. So I really want to dive into this and just kind of see what this can do, you know, on my cheeks with that topper. I just have to be in the mood for that because, you know, it's a pretty aggressive topper. Okay, so let's move into bronzers, and then we will be done with talking about what I have been using. So for cream bronzers, I've been using my ABH. This is in Deep Tan, and this is just a pot bronzer. As you can see, I've used this several times before. You guys already know I really like this bronzer. It's a beautiful shade and it works beautifully. So we're just going to be putting that back. Also, I pulled my LYS stick bronzer. This one, what shade do I have? Honest. This one is in the shade Honest, and this bronzer never does me wrong. It always looks amazing when I use it. Beautiful shade, not too dark, not too light. And I like the shape. You know, I love that all their products are like triangle shape because it's very easy to apply to my face in this triangle shape. So you guys know I love the LYS bronzer, another product from them that I really enjoy. Now this is new to my collection. This Sephora bronzer is just matte and it's in the shade Coconut Retreat. Coconut Retreat. Like I said in my video, I don't know if this is new or not, or if it's just new to me, but either way, I love it. I do. I really, really have been enjoying it. I am going to I'm probably gonna put it back because, you know, I need to pull some new stuff, but this is very, very nice. I don't know, I might keep it because actually this is pretty new to my drawer. So, but I really, really like this bronzer, you guys. So yeah, it might stay for a little while. Now I also used my Hung Van Gogh bronzer. I love this bronzer. This is in the shade Discipline. Now, let me tell you, this bronzer is very, very pigmented. So if you do grab this, or if you already have it, you already know it's very pigmented. So you really need to use a light hand with this bronzer. You do not need a lot, just a tap, but it's a beautiful bronzer. Blends out beautifully. How many times can I say beautiful? It's just a gorgeous bronzer. So yeah, I like it. Last two bronzers, I have this Juvia's Place Duo that I pulled and have been using. I just kind of tap my brush into both of these shades really to get like the perfect shade for me that's not too red, not too dark, and not too light. So I can just use the top one and it's a beautiful shade, but if I want to go a little bit deeper, then I mix the two. So yeah, I've been using this one, and I do have the shade Dark Bronzed. What is this? Bronzed Bronze? Whatever that says, you guys. And I do have the shade Dark. And then lastly, I have been ripping into my Black Radiance True Complexion Cream Contour Palette for bronzer. It's funny because I haven't been using the other two. As you can see, I've been ripping into the bronzer, right? The middle shade is actually really nice. Like, it's really like my skin tone shade on my face. And then the highlighter, of course, you know, you can use that. It's a beautiful cream highlighter. I just haven't dug into those yet. This is a brand new palette that I just got, and so I just wanted to break it in, and I've been loving it. So yeah, and I keep my little plastic on there just to make sure it stays nice and creamy as long as possible. So yeah, that's the other bronzer I've been using. And am I gonna keep this? I might keep this because it's been working great, but we'll see when I go to pull some products. So I'll just show you the palettes that I've been using. I'm going to run through those quickly because I really haven't been doing a whole lot of eye looks. And if I have a picture, I'll add it. And if not, I'll just, you know, show you the palette. So yeah, that's it. Okay, you guys, so these are the products that I've been using on my eyes, just, you know, in my leisure or whatever, just enjoying playing with makeup. So these two palettes I actually used on two separate eyes, but I didn't do a video comparison of it because I know there's a lot of them out there. But I did take this Revolution palette, which is a dupe for the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2. And so this is the Revolution, the True Icon palette, right? And this is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous, just absolutely beautiful. And if you guys are familiar with the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2, then you know it's basically an exact dupe for that palette. And when I did my eye look, oh my gosh, you couldn't tell at all which eye was which. They were just both really, really beautiful. And I think this is an amazing dupe. The Revolution is an amazing dupe for the Patrick Ta, just FYI, right? But like I said, I know there's a lot of videos of people comparing, maybe not a lot, but there's some videos of people comparing the two, and they definitely are comparable. Honey, you can get this Revolution palette and you do not need the Patrick Ta. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if I have a picture of this look. I don't think I do. But if I do, I will insert it here. But yeah, this palette really surprised me. The shimmers were absolutely gorgeous. I just was like, yo, crazy. So I actually enjoyed the Revolution formula better than the Patrick Ta. And the Patrick Ta is really nice, right? So that was that. Now for this collab palette, I'll just go ahead and pull this now. I was playing around with just some different mediums of makeup that I have in my collection. I pulled one of my Moira pots, and you see that gorgeous blue shade in there? Oh, absolutely gorgeous. So this is like a pot. This is one of their Star Show shadow pots. But I'll have to put the name on the screen, child, because it's so small I can't even read it. But oh, it's called Holy Moly, number 15, Holy Moly. But yeah, that color is just ridiculous. And I also played around with one of my Beauty Creation shadows, and this one is called Outa. Outa. And so this is what this one looks like. You can see how gorgeous that duochrome is. And so what I did was I just played around with those two mediums together along with this collab palette. Another brand that I don't even know if they're still around. But this is one of their Palette Pro eyeshadow palettes. What is the name of this one? Crown Jewels. I don't know, you guys, but this is the blue one. They just had like maybe 5 or 6 monochromatic type palettes, and so this was the blue one. So I'm pretty sure I have a picture of the eye look that I did, so I'll just put it in here now just so you can see what it looked like when I played around and created this eye look with the Moira and the Beauty Creations singles. So very, very pretty, and I really enjoyed using this palette. Very, very pretty. Yeah, I'm really, oh, I forgot. I used this stick as well in that look. I totally forgot. This Wet n Wild multi-stick. I'm trying to get more comfortable playing around with my stick shadows and things like that. This is a multi-use stick, but I bought these, you know, strictly for my eyes. And so I incorporated this stick as well in my crease that, you know, kind of add that little turquoise aspect of the eye look. And so these are really nice, extremely pigmented, very creamy, not hard to blend out, and they do set down nicely. So yeah, I have a bunch of different colors of these, and I really want to play with these more. So yeah, eventually I will feel comfortable enough to do a video for you guys, you know, using that, but I just want to play with them a little bit more in my own time. So you guys, you know, I'll be able to do a nice look for you guys. So this Beauty Creations base, this is one that I used in a video. So you guys did see this already. If you saw the video where I had the blue mixed with the neutral eye look, and this blue was just in the front of the eye look, and just absolutely gorgeous. So when I did that eye look, I did use my Rebellious Nudes from Colored Rain. And you know, if you guys are not familiar with Colored Rain, they are out of business now, but this palette, oh, absolutely gorgeous. It's just a beautiful warm tone neutral palette, but the shimmers, absolutely gorgeous shimmers up top. So those give any eye look with this palette that extra pop of razzle dazzle. But I wanted to do something a little different, so this is the eye look that I did, just in case you did not catch that video. I'll insert the picture here, and you know, you can see what I did with this palette and with that blue pigment. So yeah, and I did actually combine that with one of my ColourPop palettes. Yeah, it was my Barbie palette. Yeah, my Malibu Barbie palette. But I already put that away, so so I don't have that in front of me. I guess I could show it to you guys. Hold on. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed my Malibu Barbie palette from ColourPop out of the drawer to show you. You know, I combined this beautiful blue matte over that base when I created that look. So it's a really pretty palette. It's cute. Malibu Barbie from ColourPop. Okay, so next I did do a very, very colorful rainbow look. I did not film it because once again, I was just playing around in my eyeshadow, you know, just trying to enjoy my makeup. And I did use this Jade palette. I've had this, it's from Beauty Bay, and I've had this palette for so long. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like the first palette that I got from Beauty Bay, because this palette is so freaking colorful. It's so well-rounded. There's just so many different shades in here to play with, and the formula is just, it's perfect. I love it. It's beautiful. Lots of options. You can sit down with this and just do whatever you want. Create whatever you want. If you want something neutral, if you want something bold, just whatever. It's beautiful. So I did use this palette along with one of my Glam Light palettes to create the rainbow look. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen, but let me show you the Glam Light palette that I used as well, because I wanted to have a purple that wasn't in this Jade palette. I wanted to use a purple out of this Wine palette from Glam Light. I don't know if you guys remember this palette, but child, the purples, hello. So yeah, I used this purple here for my lower lash line for my colorful look. So I'm putting some pictures in now, I'm sure, of that rainbow look that I did with this palette in the Jade. And I had so much fun. At first, when I was doing the look, I was getting frustrated because I was like, I wasn't trying to do a rainbow look. I really wasn't, but that's just what it was turning out to be. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, I did use this Lord of the Rings palette. I did a video, I believe when I used this palette, I used like the graphic liner. I did a graphic liner with this palette and it turned out really nice. I love the color story in this palette. The shimmers are gorgeous and the mattes are just so buttery smooth and beautiful. I love Glam Light's formula. I just do. You know, some of their older palettes, not the best, but their formula for, you know, the most part, their larger palettes are just gorgeous. So loved that. I did use one of the new Pimby palettes, Playing in Makeup by Yolando, the Surreal palette. I did play with this and I was trying to create a look that was more like red and burgundy tone, but it turned pink, and I don't know what happened, but my skin tone, like these shades here, just really pulled pink. So I don't know, I might try it again. Maybe I'll use this shade over here to make it a little darker just to see what happens. But yeah, if you look, I don't even know if I took pictures of that or not, to be honest with you. But if I did, it'll be on the screen. If not, then, you know, I did use it in a video. So you can look at the video. If you see me on the thumbnail with a pink eye look, it was probably this palette. So yeah, but this palette is really nice though. I love Playing in Makeup by Yolando's palettes though. So that was no surprise to me. I have a lot of her palettes. And then lastly, I did play around with my Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 7 Freedom palette. I love this palette. You guys have seen me show this palette several times, and you've probably seen it several times, but this palette is gorgeous. I love the eye look, how it came out, the beautiful like purple and green pull with this duochrome here, and it's just really nice. I used some of the mattes, the brown, the black. I'm so glad that she put mattes in her palettes now. Hopefully she continues with that, since they are freedom palettes and you can maneuver them and, you know, just kind of use them how you want to. I'll put it like that so I can put the picture in there. But yeah, I really hope that she continues to put mattes in her palettes, because it's so easy and it's so beautiful, and it makes them even more versatile to be able to use and travel with. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Love the look that I created. And so this was a lot of fun. So anyway, you guys, those are the palettes that I used most recently that I wanted to share. And now we can go ahead and just select some new products. Okay, you guys, so before we start the portion of this video where I select my products for the upcoming week or 2 weeks, I wanted to just go ahead and let you guys say hi to T.I. and Tiny and Rainbow. Mustard is somewhere in the back. I don't know where he's at, but he's very scary, so he's always in the back hiding from somebody. But T.I. and Tiny the clowns and Rainbow are really not very scary, so they're always just piddling around in the front of the tank. So just thought I'd let you guys say hi and we will go ahead and commence to picking our products. Okay, you guys, so I really do want to keep this very, very quick and simple. I really want to choose less products. I know I say that every single time. If you aren't familiar with my cabinets, this cabinet has setting sprays, foundations, primers, and I have concealers in these 2 drawers here. So yeah, that is what we're looking at now. I'm going to do primers, foundations, and concealers. I already have setting spray that I'm kind of really liking. I might pull one, but I'm really loving the LYS setting spray right now. So for primer, I'm thinking, I haven't used my Glow recipe in a while, so I am going to go ahead and pull this one because I really, really like this. So we're going to pull that. And this one size Secure the Blur. I haven't used this in a while either. Maybe I'll just pull these 2 and keep it extremely easy. What are we thinking? I mean, I haven't used this Il Maquillage. I'm sorry about the glare. You know what? Let me see if I can close my blinds. Okay, so I closed my blinds and turned off some of my lighting, so I think that helped. Now, I haven't used this Il Maquillage in quite a while, but like I said, you know what? I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to choose 2 and stick to 2 because I do want to do my Shop My Stashes more often, and I don't want a drawer full of products because you guys only get to shop my stash once every 6 months. So I'm just going to go ahead and select these 2 primers. Okay, so for foundation, let's keep this one simple as well. I'm only going to choose 2. I don't care how much I want to choose more. I'm only going to choose 2. So I'm thinking, where is my House Labs? I don't know how much use I've really gotten out of the House Labs. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this one for this week. And then let's see, I just did the Yummy Skin. I have this Huda stick and I have really been wanting to try out some more sticks, but no, we're keeping it simple. Let's move over here to more drugstore stuff because I did get some Ruby Kisses sticks to try out. I really like Ruby Kisses products, and so I really wanted to get some new foundation sticks to play with. This one is $3.35, and then I also got $3.40. But I also picked up some of their duos. So this is like a compact duo that has 2 different shades in it. I have 14 and I have 15 that I picked up. And I believe, honestly, I can use either one of these. I think they will both work for me, just keeping it a buck. So I think I want to play with these. So I will go ahead and pull those. I'll leave the sticks for another time. And just to keep it simple, we'll go ahead and just pull these with the House Labs instead of doing too much, okay? We're going to keep it simple today. Okay, concealer. Do we want to go more so drugstore or higher end? These are kind of high up, so I'm probably going to have to bring these down to my... How about Sephora? We can do the Sephora. Ooh, House Labs. Maybe I'll do the House Labs since I'm doing the House Labs foundation. Nice. Oh, Lord. Well, let's just wait until that horn gets turned off. Okay, I guess they figured it out. So I'm going to pull the House Labs to go along with the House Labs foundation. Gosh, Rare Beauty, Sephora, Win Beauty. I haven't used my Win Beauty in a while. Yeah. Why don't we play with the Win Beauty? I have 2 different shades in the Win Beauty, so I'll pull both of these along with the House Labs, and I think that'll be a good mixture of like drugstore and higher end. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw that in the tray. Now, like I said about my setting spray, I'm over here in my little super small corner where I actually sit down and film. And so I just wanted to show you the setting sprays that I am using on a regular basis. I have the Tier Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. So that's a fixing spray. I do have my Denisa. This is the liquid blurring balm, so it's not really a setting spray, but I do like to use that sometimes with my foundations and stuff. And then I have the LYS Natural Finish, which, oh, love that stuff. This one, I have the Fenty Beauty, what is it, You Mist, and then I do have a can of Morphe over here in the corner for those days when I just want a nice spritz. Now this here, I don't use for setting spray. I just have this over here. It's like a hydrating essence from Olay Mist. I like to use that to just mist my face or spray my brushes sometime, but I will, let me make my way back over here, go ahead and pull this, this is an Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, but this is the matte one. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this just in case I want like a matte finish, which I haven't really been in a matte vibe lately. So that's why I've been doing a lot of more natural and dewy stuff, but I'll pull this just in case. Maybe I will replace the Tier fixing spray with this one. Now I do also want to, use a different moisturizer. I've been using the Clinique for months now. So I'm going to try out this moisturizer that I got from P. Louise in one of my monthly subscription boxes. And this one is like a vitamin C face cream. Dose of Dreams from P. Louise. It looks very cool. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play with this. It's supposed to be watermelon scented, but all of their items have a very generic fake chemical smell to me. So we'll see how I like this. If I don't like it, then I'll probably go back to my Clinique or I'll be back in my drawer pulling something else. So let's put that in here for now. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually in the process of reorganizing my bronzers. So I have both of my drawers just out here on my vanity. As you can see, they're just sitting on my vanity. And so I figured it'd be easy for me to just grab a couple from here. Now this matte bronzer from LA Girl, this is something that I just saw recently, let me see if I can open this with one hand. Probably not. Let me open it up. Okay, I got it opened up. So this is a matte bronzer from LA Girl, like I was saying, and I just saw this recently, so I don't know if it's new or if it's old, but it is a LA Girl matte bronzer, and I have the shade, what is that? Lost in Paradise, it looks like. Yeah. So it looks like a very, very nice, beautiful, rich bronzer, and I do want to try that out. I love the size of it. It is really big, as you can see, so it should be pretty easy to use. So I'll go ahead and put that in the tray. Also, I did pick up, as you guys can see, your girl loves highs and lows, honey. I love extremely affordable and I love higher end. I just love makeup, period. So I got this Ruby Kisses Cream 3D Contour Artist Palette, and this one is in number 2, the medium shade. So I do want to play with this. I do want to check it out and see if it's any good, which if it's anything like the Black Radiance one that I love, then I'm pretty sure I'm really going to like this as well. So let's go ahead and just put that in there for bronzer. And I am going to pick just one more powder bronzer, you guys, because of the fact that if I don't really like that LA Girl, I am going to need a backup. So hopefully I'll like this one, because I'm really not that familiar with this one. This is a House Labs bronzer. And let's see, what shade is this? Acacia Ember. And I know this is pretty new to my collection. I've had it for a little while. I just haven't tried it out yet. So I'm really hoping that it's going to work for me. We'll see. But yeah, I hope that one works out. But that's really just kind of like just in case the LA Girl is a flop. Okay, so now I'm back over here at my drawers, and this is my pressed powder drawer. And I do kind of have an idea already of what I want to use, because I've really been wanting to play with e.l.f. some e.l.f. powder, because I believe they came out with some newer powders, and instead of me buying something new to try something new, I'm like, you know what, let me just pull my e.l.f. powders that I have in my collection and, you know, just enjoy those. So I'm going to pull this e.l.f. powder, and this one is one of the camo powders. I can't see the shade, so maybe you guys can, but I can't see through the lens of the camera. And I also pulled this Juvia's Place powder. I wanted to go ahead and open that up, because you guys know how hard it is to open things up with one hand. So this Juvia's Place powder here is really pretty. I'll bring it over here to the light so you can see it a little bit better. I like to use this one under my eyes. It's a really pretty golden, like toasty shade. So I like to use this under my eyes, Burkina. So I'm going to pull that one along with the e.l.f. And I am going to pull one loose powder, because I already have one in mind. This is my loose powder drawer. And like I was talking about that Givenchy Prisme Libre pressed powder, and how I really haven't decided how I feel about it yet, I decided to go ahead and play around with the loose powder. So this is the same shade 05 that I have in the pressed, but it is the loose powder. So I'm going to go ahead and play with this, because honestly I feel like I really am going to like this one a lot better. I've used it before, but just not 100% sure on my thoughts. It's just such a different concept with the 4 different shades, you know. But yeah, so I'm going to pull this. I'm not sure why I still have it in the box. Maybe I haven't used it, but, or maybe I just kept it in a box so that I can see, you know, what it is. But yeah, so this is what it looks like, you know, the 4 little corners with the different colors, and then you open it up, you know, and they all have holes so that you can mix them all together. So yeah, I think I'm going to pull this so I can gather my thoughts on that as well. Okay, so I went ahead and turned on a little more light before I start looking at highlighters. Since we're not in the other cabinet anymore, it shouldn't be too much glare, but let me push you guys out a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit better. Yeah, I just really have not been in a super duper like highlighter mood lately. You know, like a little dab on my nose, you know, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and that's kind of been it. I really haven't been vibing with highlighter right now. This is the LYS highlighter, what shade is this? I don't have my glasses on, you guys, so hopefully you guys can see the shade. Sorry. Sorry, your girl doesn't have any glasses on right now. I have a couple of House Labs. I'm not really even in a compact type mood for highlighter. I haven't used my Hood of Beauty in a while. And this highlighter is really pretty. This highlighter is actually gorgeous. Let's come over here. See that? It has that rose in there. And try and open it up with one hand, but oh, so pretty. I love this highlighter. Every single time I look at it, it is just gorgeous. So yeah. What is that? Thea? So pretty. Maybe I'll pull that because it's so pretty and I'm not really in a highlighter type vibe. And I'll pull one more. Maybe, I never do loose highlighters, you guys. Maybe I'll do a loose highlighter. I was looking at a couple of them. Gosh, this is an old one from Beauty Bakery. The So Icy Illuminator, and it's a loose highlighter. Let's see if I can open this without making a mess. Yeah, it's not a whole lot on the top, but you can see there the color of the highlighter. It's really gold. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this because I never use loose highlighters, and since I'm not really in the mood for highlighter, let's go ahead and try this, and you know, I'll decide whether or not I want to declutter it or not, honestly. So we'll pull that, and that will be it for this week. Okay, you guys, so for blush, so I kind of reorganized my blush. So this is all like liquids in here. And are there sticks in here too? No, those are all just liquids. This one has creams and there's some sticks back there. So I really like how I've kind of split them up. These in this drawer are more kind of drugstore or more affordable type blushes. I have some Beauty Bay, of course, Milani, Elf, She Glam, ColourPop, NYX, L'Oreal, some Fit Me blushes. Honestly, these two Fit Me blushes are new to my collection. I wanted to try them out. I believe these are some older ones, but I really wanted to just try out some of the Fit Me blushes. So I think maybe I'll try this one out because I'm not really sure how this is going to go. So this is number 50. I'm going to pull this just to see if I like it or not, or if it shows up on me or not, because I'm not sure. Just pick those up. And I think what I want to do blush wise is, you know how I normally do like a cream or a liquid to go along with whatever blush shade I choose, and you know, kind of double up. I think instead of doing that, I'm going to choose maybe 2 blush trios or blush duos, so it has the cream and the powder inside. So let me open this one up. This one is from Sephora, and this is one of the ones that I think I want to play with this week. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna pull one more before I show you what they look like. And then I think I'm gonna play with this new Patrick Ta. This one, what is this one called? On Holiday. So I believe this is like the new one of the new ones that came out for the holiday. So let me open this one up and then I'll show you all 3. Okay guys, so these are the ones that I chose. This one is the Patrick Ta, the holiday one. Oh, that is pretty. So cream and powder. So since I did pull that Maybelline Fit Me number 50, I needed to find a cream to go with it. So I pulled this Merit Stockholm cream, or you know, stick blush, and then this is what the Sephora one looks like. Super pretty, super bright. So that'll do it. I'm not going to overdo it this week, you guys. Okay, you guys, so this part might get a little tricky because I don't do like I used to do in the past. I used to pull specific palettes that I wanted to focus on or use or whatever for that Shop My Stash. But now I really just have like some palettes that I keep, you know, within hand's reach of my vanity where I put my makeup on. And so I kind of keep those palettes there. I have put my Danessa Myricks, her palettes, up here, like close by where I put my makeup on. So I have this one because these are shades that I want to get more familiar with and just using more on a regular basis, because those are some real pricey palettes and I really want to get the use out of them that, you know, I should be getting. This is the new Charlotte Tilbury Holiday Face Palette, right? Really, really pretty. I know it had sold out like on Sephora and stuff, but I was able to find one at Nordstrom, so I did get this one. Which one is this? Does it have a name? Bronzed Beauty. So Dreamy Bronzed Beauty, I guess. I did put this like top shelf. Also my Patrick Ta, his little eyeshadow palettes that he came out with. I believe this one is just deep. Is it? Yes, deep. So I did go ahead and pull that. I also have drugstore, you guys know. This is the e.l.f. Smoky palette. So I pulled that just so that I can, you know, have these items readily available to me. So let me just move these out of the way right quick so I can show you what else I have in here, because it really is just a matter of me wanting to use certain palettes more. So this one, the Colored Rain Rebellious Nudes, if you watched my video, you know I just used this in a video. Love that palette, really enjoying it. I also put my Beauty Bay Desert Haze over here because this palette has some really nice neutrals in it, but also some gorgeous shades that I really want to take advantage of. The blue, that gorgeous burgundy shade. You see those shimmers in there? Absolutely gorgeous. The Longing palette from Blend Bunny. I've already used this a few times and I really like it, so I wanted to keep this cool tone colorful palette top drawer. And then this Be Perfect Be Perfect Ultra Mattes palette. It is just that, all mattes, all warm tone. I don't know, might be a few cool tones in there, but it's really, really gorgeous, just all matte palette. So that's something that's perfect, you know, whenever I want to sit down, maybe I want to use this matte palette or use the mattes out of here, and then just top it with one of my singles. I have a lot of gorgeous single shadows in here from, where are they from? Like Beauty Creations, Moira. I have liquid shadows in here as well to play with. I have some really cool cream or liquid shadows from Danessa Myricks that I want to play with more. My sticks here. This is actually a shimmer palette from Blend Bunny as well, Efflorescence. And so this is like great for shimmers. As you can see, they have that rainbow vibe to it. So this is great like for toppers and things like that. I also have these little mini charms palettes that I got from Beauty Bay. So these are perfect just to pop a shimmer on the lid. They came out with this one, I think is the new one. Is this the new one? What is it called? They have two different ones. One is neutral and one is colorful. So I think this is the new neutral one. Is it? No, this is the colorful one. So this is the one they came out with first. And this is the newer one, I think. The neutral, more neutral leaning one. Y'all, don't get me the line. I don't know, but they both say Mini Charms 9-color palette. But I thought they had a different name on the back. Child, I don't know. Anyway. And then I have these cream sticks from e.l.f. that I still want to play with. So I have different shades of these. You know, this gorgeous blue one here. And then I have my Moon Dust palettes. So you guys get the vibe. You know, my Patrick Ta's I have here. His duos. But yeah, you guys get the vibe as far as, you know, my vanity and kind of like what I'm trying to do over here. For me, I'm one of those out of mind or out of sight, out of mind type people. So it's like if I don't see it, like these are all of my colorful liners. that I have, you know, to choose from. So I really just like to keep this stuff within hand's reach. It just makes it more likely that I'm going to use it when I sit down to play in makeup. So that's what I have there for like a lot of top drawer palettes. And then for shimmers, I also have this Garden of Stars palette. And this one is just a bunch of beautiful shimmers. Look at how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous. So yeah, I have that as well. And gosh, yeah, this is Blend Bunny too, if you're curious. This is Blend Bunny. And then of course I have my Danessa Myricks. I have both of my Lightwork palettes over here because, you know, those are the ultimate shimmers. And then I pulled a few more palettes just for, you know, quick little warm tone natural looks, or for like, say like I want to deepen my crease, or I want to warm something up, or I just want to try a different shimmer. This is one of my Pemby palettes. This one is Formula 2 Browns Edition from Playing in Makeup by Yolando, and look how gorgeous that is. Oh, so pretty. And I pulled some palettes that I never used that I've had probably for a couple of years now. These are my Tarte Holiday palettes from a couple years ago. Never use them. And they are just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So I have that one. And then I have this one. It came in, was it a 2-pack or a 3-pack? I think it was a 2-pack. So this one's more neutral. Beautiful, warm, and earthy. And this one is more neutral, cool tone with pops of blue and green. So perfect to keep, you know, top drawer. This is Supreme Bronze from Artist Couture. Another palette that I never used that is beautiful, perfect for gorgeous everyday looks. I've had this one for a few years now, I'm sure, whenever that came out, but gorgeous, gorgeous shades. And then lastly, for top drawer, I have this Adriana Nicole Cosmetics palette. Does this palette have a name? I bought this off of Instagram, I believe. And people were just ranting and raving about, I can't open this, about the shimmers. And so I was like, ooh, mamacita. And the shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. I'm not even gonna lie. With some beautiful, you know, just basic nude shades in there. So these are all palettes that I have just started keeping top drawer, you know, easy to access and right next to my vanity, so that, you know, whenever I just want to sit down and play in makeup, these are palettes that I can get more use out of. So yeah, those are those, but I will show you some of the newer palettes to my collection that I will probably most likely pull from for a little more color and things like that as well. Okay, you guys, I know this looks crazy, but I just wanted to make my life a little bit easier, so I just opened up all the palettes so I don't have to struggle trying to open them when I'm showing you the ones that I have just kind of recently purchased within the last few months, honestly. They're not necessarily new, but they're new to my collection, just in case I want to add some color or just try a new palette. So this is the Divination palette from Blend Bunny. In collaboration with Robert Welsh. I did go ahead and grab this palette, which is really, really pretty. I like the, you know, lines of color. So very, very simple and easy to use. Now, these two palettes are actually from Inslee Rain. And I know that there are people that do not care for Inslee Rain or purchase their products anymore, but I still do. So I respect your choice, and I just ask that you respect mine. So this is Shattered Looking Glass, and the colors in this palette are really, really gorgeous. I love the shimmers from Inslee Rain. They're just really, really pretty. And this palette is actually Whispering Woods. So this color story, and these shimmers, beautiful. Okay, back here, I've shown this palette already before. This is my Ocean Jewel. And who is this? Bella Beauty Bar. And these shades definitely add a gorgeous pop of color to any eye look. Let's see here. This palette I pulled out, the Wicked Widow. I've been trying to use this palette for the longest. Wicked Widow, Tales of Terror, A Haunting. I mean, these are just perfect fall shades, but I love the purples and greens in here. So pulled that one. This is brand new to my collection, a gift from my bestie. This is the Haunt Me palette from Blend Bunny. And that is what the packaging looks like. I guess it's like a haunting Christmas or something. I don't know, child. But it has the reds, greens, like really cool tones. Just smoky, vampy type vibe. That's what I get from this palette, but I like that. And I did pick up another Hung Van Gogh palette. For some reason, I just could not shake the green one. So yeah, I just wanted to have this one. Out of all the colors, I have the black and gray one, and then I just had to have this green one. It's so pretty. I love the Kelly green and the yellow, the gold. It's just really pretty to me. So I did grab that. This is one of my new Playing in Makeup by Yolando palettes, the Twilight Noir. This color story is gorgeous with the blues and pinks and grays. It gives very much cool tone, and I really like Playing in Makeup by Yolando, so grab that. Also, I have here this palette from REM Beauty. This is the latest Wicked palette. And I've been meaning to use this for quite a while, actually. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. I think some of the shimmers are kind of more like topper-ish to me. At least this one. Open this up. This one, when I swatched it, was a little more toppery, I think. So, but yeah, very excited to use the Wicked palette from REM Beauty. Now, I did grab this palette. This one is from Sigma Beauty. And this one, I believe, is the Mod palette. New Mod. The New Mod palette. Get it together, KK. New Mod palette. I love these shades. I love them. They're really, really pretty. Like dusty, rosy, pinky, mauvey. I don't know. It's just really, really pretty to me. I like that color story. And then lastly, I have here the Coalescence palette. This one, Bella Beauty Bar, and this one is in collaboration with Napur. So I do watch Napur. She is a YouTuber, beauty content creator, and she loves the shims. So this is her palette. So I did go ahead and pull that because, honey, I want to play with them shimmers too. So yeah, these are all the palettes that I have in my little basket to choose from for color. Okay, you guys, so my drawer looks so nice and neat and organized right now. I don't even have like stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. Because I chose less items, my life is less stressed. And I can use these products over the next couple of weeks. And as soon as I get tired of them, you guys will get a new Shop My Stash video. So as you can see, I have my foundations and primers. I have my concealers. I have my face moisturizer. I have my powders. Here's a bronzer. Here's a bronzer. Here is a loose powder. These powders back here, I keep in here. These are my emergency powders. I don't really talk about them because I love my KVD powder, which is no longer available. If you guys are OGs, you know I keep that close by in case of emergency. And then I also started keeping just a Wet n Wild transparent powder. This is just plain transparent powder. Like if I want to set my eyebrows or something like that with powder so they're not as shiny, I keep those two in there. Those are emergency powders, okay? So I got those, and I have my blushes. So I have these two to go together. I have this blush and this blush, both that have cream and powder inside. I have my two highlighters, and then I have my cream bronzer. So I'm very happy about this drawer. It is so non-stressful. And then up here I have my little basket of possible palettes. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I am all squared away, good to go, and happy. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today, you guys, to complete my Shop My Stash, and I will see you guys on the next video. Toodles!